But master this rap shit. You hear the words coming from my lips, bastards. I never crack, I got that chapstick. I practice to that shit made perfect and served it to the people on a silver platter. Now where's the ladder? Cause either you gon' whine or you climb, I chose the ladder. Know you haters is pissed, hold your bladder though. Before you get tossed like a forward lateral. We never tattle, let God handle that. Or let the mob handle that. No soprano, half black, half white. I'm a piano, I'm an animal. My video on Discovery Channel, I'm a beast. When my shit hit the streets, these niggas cease to exist. Like a beach in a tsunami, you'll find me in the Ville, in the state of NC. Bitch, if I ain't back home, I'm up in NYC. About that money probably, like a fucking robbery, but I ain't jacking. I'm chasing dreams, sorta like jeans, boy, I ain't slacking. I'm chasing dreams, sorta like jeans, boy, I ain't slacking. Hey, take a hard look at my drive, nigga, no hacking on my shit. I'm straight smacking niggas, straight tagging niggas. Y'all freestyling, fuck y'all niggas, y'all be wildin' and I'm out.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the weekly podcast of the Walking This Way Impact Voice podcast. Y'all know this is our Tuesday edition, and we're live streaming every week on Facebook Live, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, you name it. It's all about having extraordinary people doing extraordinary things, and that's what it's all about on the show. I'm very honored, very excited, very privileged to have a very special guest. She's no stranger to the show. She's actually originally from Houston, Texas. She has the fastest growing radio show in Houston. She's very well known in her community. She's been recognized for many awards, but most importantly, I admire her work ethic, I admire her drive, and I admire her consistency on all levels. So I want to welcome Ms. Blue. Ms. Blue, welcome back here to the NKF podcast. I know you've been very productive. It's work, but hey, it's all about being productive, making an impact, and most importantly, leaving a legacy. How everything been going? How has the latter end the year been for you?
You know what? It has been really interesting. Last year I went through a whole lot, like mentally and just everything. And there was a lot of noise, a lot of people in my ear. But this year has been, I said, like a year of rebirth for me. So every time I looked up, I saw my birthday in time, 11/25. And I started noticing this, as I said, that it was already a year where I was going to be reinventing myself. And so that's what I've been doing. So this year has been like, it's been really fun. It's been exciting and just like really just blocked out a lot of noise. And I'm just really on like super focused right now.
And that's what's up. Being laser focused, being locked in on what you know what's going to benefit you, what makes you happy, what most important, doing something that you enjoy doing. We know we're in a generation time, we're in the times now where they're called bad, good, and good, bad. We know we're in them times now. You can say anything. It's like if you voice your opinion, you are being a hater. You're being judgmental. All this other stuff. We see now also where we see the whole gender war is getting out of hand as well. We see mostly finger pointing going on. I know you've been talking about a lot of that on your radio show as well. Getting people feedback, getting their comments on the things that's going on today. So how has the feedback been going on your show when we talk about the things that are taking place in our community?
Yeah, well, it's good and it's bad feedback, but that comes with like doing what we do. You do have people that do not agree with what you say and your opinions, and that's fine. But I try to hold myself and my listeners, accountable for the way we think and our actions and the way we move and the way we perceive things. And that's not always easy. But then you have people that you are giving advice to, and you are giving a new and showing a new perspective. And that's what I try to do. So lately I've had a lot of good feedback and comments on some of the topics that I've talked about, like especially in relationships. I think relationships is always going to be one of those topics that people just want to know, what would you do? What would Miss Blue do? What would you do? And so I enjoy being able to do that, talk to people about that.
And that's what's up. I had a conversation with a friend of mine who was working out earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an incident that happened on my job recently where these guys got into a physical altercation over a co-worker. She was a female and got into altercation, lost some things, lost their job behind him. And this conversation came up where if you walk in on your significant other or whatever and they're with someone, like, would you fight them? And I wouldn't do that, because why? When you know who you are, you know who you am, why risk everything over an individual who's going to do what they want to do anyway, if that makes sense? Because I'm not finna fight you. I'm not finna. Why do that for when you just move on? Especially when you got a lot at stake. When you building so much, it just take that one step, that one bad decision, that one emotional decision to ruin everything. Is it worth it though? If you find this person you were with someone else?
Notice I took a very deep breath because I'm very big on being true and keeping it 1,000 with my people. And people that know me will be looking like, girl, you lying. I'm not about to sit up here and say that I would not be very tempted to Layla Ali, my significant other. I'm not the type to really hit the girl. Like, I've never caught my spouse cheating or messing around with somebody and fought the girl. That I don't do. But with him, I mean, I feel like we invest so much in people, and to say you don't know what you're going to do when that happens to you, it's just really one of those things where I don't know, where I can't gauge where my head space would be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're investing like 10 plus years with someone. You're not going to walk away with the Bible. You're going to be upset. If I don't hit, I'm definitely going to say some choice words, because it's just, I love very hard. But I would say this, as I get older, I am more prone to try to walk away from things. I will say that because I do have a lot to live for, and I have a lot of things at stake. So it just, again, I don't know. I never know what type of headspace I'm in until I'm in the moment. So I don't want to come off not genuine.
Right.
Again, especially because a lot of people know me, and they know. But I haven't had those issues. But I'm just saying, like, I don't. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm sorry, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what goes on, and I say this all the time. Mm-hmm. Reason why individuals do cheat, they do it out of fear of the consequences of the truth. Deep down inside, they always wanted to do that. They always wanted to see other people. Like, okay, I want to be with you, but I also want to see other people, but they don't want to be honest. So that would come. That's what all the anger. That's what all the madness. That's all that, because this person literally lied to you. Oh, you don't want for me this and that, mm-hmm. But then this stuff comes out in the middle of the relationship. That's where all the hurt comes from.
Right.
Because you hear a lot of guys, they want to do what, the poly relationship and all this other stuff. Because why?
Greed. Because I feel like a lot of people lack self-control. I feel like a lot of people are just not happy or in tune with themselves, because you never need two people to make you happy.
True.
I feel like if you do, that's a you problem. But then you have so many women that is okay with it too. So we can't leave them out, that they want. I've heard someone say 2 incomes is better than one, 3 incomes is better than one. Because there are women that have 2 men in them. Right. So the poly situation goes so many different ways. I've seen it. So I'm just like, you want 2 men taking care of you, and then that's they like, I'm happy. That's what I want. And they know about each other. But being true to your intentions with someone is very important, because again, that when you're cheating, It's like if that's what you want is a poly situation and I'm not with it, then you need to find someone that is with it, because there are many people that's with it. Don't try to convert me, or don't just flat out cheat, because yeah, it's gonna definitely be some type of emotions behind that act.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. It's just all about, I mean, telling what you want in the beginning, up front. It's just like on the job. When they give you a job interview, they gonna let you know the pros, the ends of it up front. They're not gonna sit there and dress up this lavish picture, and then when you accept it, you be like, "Oh, I didn't sign up for it. You didn't tell me this." It's just like being upfront. And I know guys who always upfront with a woman. They tell a woman, "Hey, I'm not looking for a relationship. Hey, I like you, but I also want to play the field too."
Right.
And I've seen women who respect the guy's decision and they just walk away from it because that's something they don't want. But they say, I respect the guy because the guy told me where he was coming from. He didn't lie, he didn't manipulate, he didn't do all these things. But she said, I respect it. I respect somebody who's upfront and say, hey, what can you say? You can't knock them for that, for being honest.
Right.
But it gives you the choice where they basically gave the option, okay, if you want to continue on seeing me, that's on you. Don't get mad because I told you up front what was going on. So he would say about that one.
You know what? It reminds me of situationships, and I tried that before, and I'll never do it again. So I'm the type of woman where you have to come and me correct. I can be bossy, but I know what I want, and I know how I want it, and I know what will work for me. I know what won't work for me. So I ask questions, I probe, investigate. I want to know, because I don't like to waste my time. I'm not getting any younger, and I am enjoying this moment of life. I don't mind being by myself. So if you're going to come into my space, you most definitely have to come with true, genuine. You know, you have to be genuine with who you are and what you're trying to do with me or for us, or it's not going to work. Because you do have those guys that are honest, and that's cool. But they do this thing right here that I don't like. Okay, say you tell me that you don't want a relationship, you want like a situationship, right?
Right.
So I don't have to tell you anything that I do. I don't have to tell you about the dates with so and so. I don't have to tell you about the pool party that I might go to with so and so. I don't have to tell you anything. And a lot of these guys will say, I don't want a relationship with you, but they want to treat you like you're their girlfriend. They want to put a stipulation on you, like you can't talk to him or you can't go on a date. Now, and see, look, I be player about stuff. If I want to talk to a dude and you say you don't want nothing, depending on my mind frame, I might be like, that's cool. I'm not going to hide what I'm doing. And that's the thing that we start to clash, because I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go out with somebody. Well, who? A dude? Yeah. I mean, you're not my man. I'm not your woman. We're just in a situation. And we haven't even set any boundaries. And I think a lot of these guys are so selfish. That's why I said I'm done with situationships. Because it's like, why are we arguing? What are we arguing about? And we're just in a situationship. We're not tied to each other. It's just, whether it be just sex or just conversation or just spending time with each other, a platonic relationship. I don't owe you anything. You owe me nothing. I don't want to know what you're doing, but they always want to be up in my business.
That's so now everything wants, okay, it's okay for them to do it, but when you do it, it's controversial and it's wrong, and that's weird. But you're right about that.
It has been that way, which again, I haven't done a situationship. It's been like over a year now. I don't do that because it's so confusing and so much drama with those situationships, and it's like the boundaries are always ruined, because then here's another one. I catch you out with somebody, or maybe I know you slept with someone, or I found lashes in your trash can, true story, and I asked you about it. We not together. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. But now you mad because I'm out with somebody, or you done see me at the corner store with somebody. The rules apply. I don't owe you no explanation. I'm not cheating on you. So
Right.
no situationships for Miss Blue.
I understand that, Miss Blue, because what it is, they want they want to do this, but also it's like they want tie you down, but you're not tied down because we're not official, we're not married, we're not sharing the same last name. Of course, okay, you do your thing, I do my thing, that's it. But it just takes that mature individual to understand. But I know some of these guys are dealing with a lot of low self-esteem. They deal with a lot of insecurities, and they don't think. And I'm not knocking nobody, but they don't think for themselves.
True.
They allow these content creators to influence them now to where they don't know how to think for themselves. And what they do is you hear these guys on social media. You seen it, and you in this field where you seen where guys they're always belittling women, bashing women, putting titles on these women, and these guys actually believe that. Like I heard a thing on the show one time where this guy was with this girl. She was doing great for him, doing great when they were doing great things together. But then he called his show and he broke it off with her because guys in the neighborhood said, "Man, back in the day, man, we used to run the train on her back in the day." So back in the day, way back in the day, but they doing great. They were doing great together, but he was allowing these outside people to influence him.
Ooh, I don't know.
But
About
cause what
that.
I'm saying is a person's
I
past
know
is
what
the
you're saying.
past. We don't because you wasn't there. But I know that people will allow other people to listen to them
Yeah.
instead of saying, okay, then the guy asks, okay, how is she doing now? She doing y'all doing great things together. She's being a great asset to you, but you're willing to listen to someone on the street and you just gonna give it up like that because what people say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't think for themselves. Like being a free thinker, think for yourself. You know what it is. You know the discern between the good because people are always gonna say things.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So it's just like thinking for yourself. We want to talk about that. Thinking for yourself. Like, are we being free thinkers? Why are we allowing other individuals to influence us when it comes to our thinking?
You know what? I can't tell you why everybody else do because I was 5 years old not listening to nobody.
Mhm.
No, I'm serious. Like I always had the elders in my family. I don't think they like me because I always thought for myself. Though it's the honest to God truth. I have always been a free spirit person already, and so I will take it. Like I will from time to time ask for advice like how would you handle that because I appreciate different perspectives. I like to get a perspective of one woman and one man. I've always been that way, in an unbiased opinion, because
Mhm.
if I'm wrong I need someone to tell me, and a lot of women are going to side with me, but I might talk to a man that be like, well nah, this is how you should have handled that, Blue, and I'll be like, you know what, I appreciate that. So but at the end of the day I'm always going to go with how I genuinely feel in my soul, because if I make a bad decision, I've always wanted to be the type to hold myself accountable and be like, you know what, that was a bad decision. I'm gonna give myself grace, but we're not doing that again. So I've never been the type to be influenced. I don't follow the crowd. I don't follow the trend. I set the trends though. I just never been the type to. I'm so extremely selective, but I've always been that way. So I hang with free thinkers. My family, my mom is like that. I just block out the noise, and I have my moments where I'm in like solitary, where I'm doing meditation so that I don't get sucked in by reality TV because it's hard to. It's
Yeah.
very hard. Like I told someone I used to watch like the reality shows where the women my age are fighting and arguing. And I noticed I was like, you know what? I don't want to be able to, no, I want to be able to go to my sister and say, hey, I feel like you disrespected me. And here's what, how we need to go forward without calling her out her name and pulling out my earrings to fight. But that's what we see on TV. So people think that's what you do. That's how life works. And it doesn't work like that. So
Right.
I
Can
try
they
very hard to not let stuff like that entice me or to change me in any way. I am a stickler for being true to yourself, and that's how I will always be.
Right. And we noticed that a lot of individuals put their emotions in things,
Mhm.
and that would lead to all this chaos. But learning to take out their emotions when it comes to things and looking at it from an overall big picture
Mhm.
standpoint, especially in an area where you're going, where you have a lot at stake. Like I said, from the things you built, the things you create, is it worth losing it over one individual at the end of the day? Because when you have a lot at stake, it's like, I don't want to lose it. And then you work so hard to create the life that you want to live. Not only that, but to create the peace that you want, the environment that you want, to allow one individual to come and ruin it.
Right.
And then that just really protecting it and just really staying proactive. I just want to stay on that one. But now I said I know these are conversations that goes on every day, and I know it's always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it's the thing about it is, it's just really just learning, growing, evolving, developing, and working on self, because we all are working the making. Because we
Right.
constantly going to evolve, supposedly evolve. Some people don't do it, but the moment thing that we want to evolve, grow, and excel in life. We was not created to be a waste. We was not created to be
Very
mediocre. We was
true.
not created to be on the losing end, but we was created to be, dominant. Even though God gave us dominion in the earth,
Hmm.
knowing our identity, and that's what goes on with it, Blue. A lot of people don't know their identity. That's why they get so caught up, like I said, on the reality shows where they're putting themselves out there in a negative way. Where now these people looking at you, that's all they know you for, and that's what the image they got of you now. But why we put ourselves out there, especially when it comes to our community?
I mean, people will always change for money. I mean, and what some see as an opportunity is not always an opportunity when it's making you look as bad as some of them are looking. Because let's just say, if I was Tyler Perry and I may have glanced across a reality show and I liked a certain person, maybe I thought she was pretty and maybe she fit the description of a character I was looking for in my movie. If I watched some of the shows I watched, I would pass on them. Just think about some of these big networks. They don't want that ghetto drama. Like they want to be able to know that they can send you out to do an interview and you don't make their company look crazy. Is and some people don't understand that reality TV is really not our reality. That's not how we talk to each other in real life. That's not. You will catch a case if you go up to someone. I mean, I'm out here. It's a I forgot what offense it is, but throwing water in someone's face or hitting them with the object like they do. That's you're gonna catch a charge, a felony, or misdemeanor, something.
Right.
That's not our reality, and so a lot of people will do things just for the money, and you would be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't be surprised how some people will don't mind changing. Some of those people, that's not even who they are. They're just doing it because the cameras are rolling and they were told to do that. But they're getting a nice check at the end of the day. And I mean that's just unfortunate. That's what it is. The fact that some people just think things like that is an opportunity.
Right. And I know you are a businesswoman. I know you're a woman of integrity, of course, by just the interaction with you. And I know you're very hands on when it comes to your business. I know it's certain things that you wouldn't do. I know it's certain pictures you wouldn't take. And I know it's certain roles that you wouldn't take.
Right.
So how do you keep maintaining all that integrity? I know we have a lot of young people in general wants to come up in the ranks when it comes to movies, things of that nature. We know we got wolves out there,
Yeah.
wolves in sheep clothing, where they'll proposition you, hey, you do this, I give you this role if you lay with me, or if you perform with this person. But how do you maintain all that integrity, and what advice would you give someone?
Whew. I'm gonna tell you a story I never told anyone. I won't say this person's name, but this is a true story. I was watching a reality show, a very popular, well-known reality show, and this was like a few years back. And I wanted to be on this episode with these particular people. So I reached out to the guy as like a joke. I told my mom, I said, I'm getting ready to reach out to him and see if it was fun. I tweeted this person and he was in my inbox in like seemed like 30 seconds. And I was like, whoa, he was like, give me your number now. And I was like, okay, cool. So I gave him my number and this guy is like, so for my birthday that year I had planned, it's like my 26th birthday, I planned to go to Vegas. This person was living in Vegas and was like, I tell you what, he was like, you coming to Vegas anytime soon? I said, yeah, for my birthday. He was like, I could get you on the show. I was like, well, cool. What do I have to do? I'm thinking just like something easy. He was like, well,
Yeah.
so and so is being cheated on. They're gonna discover that I'm cheating on her, and you could be like the jump off. I was like, what? And you'll get paid, but you got to come out here and I'm gonna show you around, and basically you gotta sleep with me.
Mm.
And I told my mom, I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I told another friend, and they were like, but you could be on TV, Blue. This could but they'll always know me as a jump off. It ain't nothing I can say or do. I'm gonna always be known as a jump off. No one is gonna respect me. They're gonna always know me as the girl that slept with somebody's man. And I was like, I can't do it. I was so mad though that is what people consider an opportunity, that I got to slut myself out to be on a show. So my thing, going back to your question, you have to maneuver in this game with God. And it's not, I can't even tell you. It's like it's no science, it's no blueprints. It's not. People are going to mislead you on purpose. This is how sick this game in this industry is. It's a dog eat dog world, like for real. The only person that is going to get you through these hoops and all this crazy stuff you're going to go through is God Himself. You literally have to pray and ask God to direct your footsteps. It was a lot of people in my life I wanted to work with. I'm telling you, I was like, I would be sad, like, oh, they don't want to work with me, but they work with so and so. I started seeing bad stuff happening to some of the people that was working with him. And I said, God, you know what? You direct my footprints. If you don't want you connect me with the right people. And if these are not the right people, don't let it happen. I'm not going to force it. I'm not if I reach out to you and you don't say nothing to me, I no longer get mad. I feel like that's God saying this is not the person that I want you to connect with. Y'all have to pray. Like my young people, y'all have to pray, and y'all have to not look at everything as I'm about to get some money now. I'm about to be a star overnight. Everything is not an opportunity. All money is not good money. And that's just like, again, there's no blueprint. You just have to have God and a strong will to know what's good and what's not good for you. Like all of this stuff, I'm telling you, just sit back sometimes and just watch the people that you thought was on. I'm telling you, the stuff I've seen, I'm even scared to say out loud. The stuff I've seen just don't seem real sometimes. But I'm just glad it wasn't me. Let's put it like that.
Hey, but you're right about that. Just think about it. If you did took the opportunity, they were gonna pass you around. Just because he gonna pass you on
You
to
said
his
it
friend.
already.
Yeah, and that's what they do around what they say, highly weird, as they say. But the parties, what I'm saying, the lifestyle, and I know they get these individuals. They target individuals who came from different income levels. You want to say, I guess, poverty type levels, where they throwing all this money at them, and it's something that they ain't never seen before. So they with their emotions involved. Like, wow, I never seen $1 million. I never seen $100,000. But they look at it as an opportunity, like you said. But then they put themselves through so much hurt, turmoil, pain, and now they gotta live with that for the rest of their life. It turns on to what? Suicidal thoughts, drug
Yeah,
addiction,
suicide.
alcohol addiction.
Yeah, very true.
For what? For just a couple $1 million. But it's real out here, like you said. It's real out here. But I know you do a lot of great things in Houston and the surrounding areas. And I know you had a radio show as well, which is every week. So while you're on here, let's talk about your radio show, the Miss Blue Radio Show. When did you create that? What the show is all about, and how can the audience tune in? Because I know the show is every week, correct?
Yeah, so right now I'm syndicated on five stations right now, so y'all can check me out all through the week now, which is pretty cool. But my show started about almost 5 years ago now.
Okay.
And yeah, so I was doing this show, I was podcasting, and then I joined a radio station, and it kind of just took off. And it's the craziest thing because I'm an artist as well. But I
Hmm.
noticed that, how can I say this? I feel like artists don't really like to work with other artists that they know is good or will outshine them. So I
Right.
got a lot of more opportunity in radio as I did coming and stepping up to people as an artist, and that's the weirdest thing to me. Cause I know, right? It's like y'all hating on me being an artist, but y'all want to be on my radio show talking about your music. Make it make sense. But whatever. I took the negative and made it into a positive, and then it's just like some of the people like celebrities that was following me on Twitter just because I always was saying something crazy, keeping it real. They were some of the first ones that was like, "I'll interview on your show." My very first my very first celebrity interview was with PD Pablo. PD, I love you so much, PD.
Mhm.
That was in 2020. I'll never forget. I reached out to him and he was like, Blue, I got you. And I was like, no, really, PD, because people are underestimating me. Don't nobody want to give me no interviews. And I think they looking at me like I'm just like a nobody. And he was like, we gonna change that, Blue. I got you. And he came on my show, dropped tea. He like when he did that interview with me, it's like so many people started hitting me up, and then like I gotta just keep it real. My show just really I feel like took off because people was like instead of saying congrats, they was like, how'd you get an interview with PD? They didn't know that I knew PD years ago, like many years ago, like from Twitter. So I just did that and started winning awards for the show, and it just to know that you touch so many people is is really rewarding to me because I did an ear to the streets on this station just for the fun of it. I don't know what the drama was in the celebrity world, but I announced it on the show. We had 10,000 or more viewers, listeners that night. The
Okay.
guy runs in the studio and tells me, you need to keep that ear to the streets. He said, you had over 10,000 listeners. They went crazy. The phones was ringing, going crazy. And so, like, I just took that, and every year I'm reinventing the Miss Blue radio show. And that's kind of like how I started, just really just doing the podcasting with friends, and I always had something to say. So I was like, I need to get this out and talk to my people, and I'm glad I did.
Right. I know you mentioned. I know you do music, and you're a music artist. So are you like you still doing music, or are you slowly transitioning to doing talk shows, hosting radio shows now?
I always do music. I'm gonna always do music. I love to do it, even if I just put out a single, even if I never get a record deal. I'm actually working on a new EP with my boy Diggs from Game Changers, and I'm excited about that. This one is gonna be like more. The last one was fun and a lot of twerk music, but this one is going to be like Miss Blue, like my bars, like really like showcasing my bars. So I'm gonna always be into the music, even if I'm writing, because I love to write. Like my pen game is like I'm not even to my own horn, but I feel like when it comes to the pen game, like when I
Mhm.
really sit down and just rock out to a beat, like the lyrics and stuff is just crazy. But yeah, I like I said, I noticed you gotta move different in certain industries, and when you're rapping and doing your music, you got a lot of haters. I wish I knew why, but you have a lot of haters. Like I said, it's like I'm a threat when I'm doing the music, but when I'm doing radio in the radio lane, everybody loves you, and it's so because I'm the same person. I was a rapper and I sang before the radio, and so I will always be a rapper or artist. So that never changes. But it's just I don't know why people think what their logics are, but definitely forever embedded to the game. That's like my first love.
Man, that's awesome. And also, it's some other things you do. Also, I know, according to IG, you also do fitness. I know you had created. I don't know how long the page around, but I've seen it where you do, the fitness journey and how you have so much things recorded. During the fitness journey, of course. How did it all originated? Just having the track of on your fitness journey.
First, I'll thank you for even noticing that. I feel like as a mom of three, um, that sometimes it's easy to get sidetracked. I mean, we live life, and so I noticed that when I'm working out, I just have more energy. I'm able to do more. I have a 7 year old. So my boys are big now, but I
Mm.
started all over. So I gotta. This girl keeps me on her toes, on my toes. I'm sorry. So I have to be playing with her and stuff and have high energy always. Seem like so. It was just important to do to get to really be on my fitness, and because just keeping it real and transparent. My family, we have diabetes heavily in our family. We've lost a lot of amazing people in my family from diabetes. It's very, very sad to even talk about it. And so I try to be on my game with my health and my fitness because my prayer is every day I want to be my grandma age. My grandma is 83, still fishing, still walking, still driving, still talking mess. I want to be like my grandma, and to be like that, especially in these times, I just feel like I need to be in that gym or working out or just going on my meditation walks because I do meditation walks as well. And I love to post it. I love to post the journey because I know for a fact, whether people tell me or not, I know for a fact that people are inspired, men and women, and I love it. You don't have to tell me I'm inspiring you. I know y'all, because I'll look and see them in the gym or something. I'm like, okay, I'm on your story, like I see you. So I just like to motivate people and kind of be like, I wouldn't say role model, but definitely be a model person. Especially, we need more of those in this society.
Yeah, we do. And like I said, when I picked up what you was doing, that's why I figured what you was doing. Like it's to motivate people, to inspire people,
Yes.
and let them know that they are somebody. Because we know society dictates who you are. We allow society to dictate who we are. People been beaten down mentally, where you been male or female, been beaten down mentally. Was told you was not good enough. Nobody don't want you,
Right.
and they weigh on people, but just you to inspire other individuals all around the world and to say, "Hey, if Miss Blue doing it, I could do it too." And most important, I know what you're doing. You're promoting self love. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you support, integrity for yourself. Even the Bible tells, go build. The Bible tells us love your neighbor as you love yourself. So it's perfectly okay to love yourself. And don't let nobody tell you you don't do that. You're supposed to do that. And that's why I like inspire. When I came across that, I said, okay, you're doing the fitness and you're inspiring other people. But that makes them feel good, like, wow, she's actually doing this and she doing it. I can do it too. So I just had to applaud you for that.
Thank you. Like for real. Thank you so much.
And like I said, I know you do a lot of things, and I know you mentioned you are a mother, of course. And let me ask you this: do guys find you intimidating when they see a woman of your caliber? Do they find you intimidating? So I know some guys probably judge themselves. Oh, I'm not good enough. She not want to talk to me. She get any guy that she want, how she look. So do you? So do you get a lot of those judgmental vibes when it comes to the guys?
Yeah, I do. I do. And it's funny because even the guy that I'm with, so I'm in a relationship and he told me when he saw me, and mind you, I had got out the gym. I don't wear makeup to the gym on purpose. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very like how we're still cute,
Yeah,
but I'm not trying to get all like
exactly.
glammed up. And so I was sweaty, and he was still like, I didn't know what he was gonna say. I was like, oh man, like he said he was nervous, and I was kind of like, why? Like I know I do have a serious face, but it's like I get that all the time, and I'm like such a cool person. Like you don't have to be like, oh, I can't talk to her and stuff like that. Especially if you're coming at me like a gentleman. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate guys that come to you like you're a lady, not that dog whistle and let me holla at you. I don't like stuff like that. Then I might be like, mm-mm.
Right, it made like with it on Dave Chappelle show, the old man. Let me holler at you.
Yeah,
Let me
I don't
holler at you.
like that.
Let me holla. But I mean, but it does. But like I said that, and I know you going back. I know you mentioned you are a mother, of course, and we know it's so much stuff going out there, especially when it comes to the dating aspect. You gotta be
Mhm.
mindful of the counterpart you're interact with because we have predators out there. Just keep it a buck. But how do you discern all that? 'Cause you know, hey, I got kids, and I gotta make sure my babies are safe while I'm in a relationship with someone. We know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world, Blue.
That's true. So this is what you do. You ask for their first and last name and you do a background check. And you do three, not just one, because sometimes one don't pull up everything. You do three from three different sources, and they're gonna give you your information, and then you go, can I deal with that or can I not? If I would have did that in prior relationships, I probably wouldn't have kids. But I'm just saying, just like being real, you have to do your background checks because some of us women we have daughters. You don't want just any old man around your daughter,
Yeah.
and then you want someone that would be a good father figure or a good man role model to your sons if you have sons.
Hmm.
And so I mean that's where vetting comes and no matter how much you like someone, you have to listen, pay attention to the red flags. I have to come back on your show when I write my book. I'll tell you about that
Okay, I
when I
look
come
forward
back.
to it. I look
Yeah,
forward to
because
it.
we a lot of the times we will hear something, and women, including myself, have been like, "Oh, he's so cute. I just, but I really like him. Maybe he'll change that." Nuh-uh. Mm-mm. You have to be true with yourself and how this being with this man will affect you long term. Okay, because it's very important. That's how you're not wasting. You're not in another marriage and now you're divorced again. Like taking
Mm.
the time to really learn each other and learn who you're about to have in your life and in your kids' life is so important. A dude can't even come talk to me in my driveway. My boys, they be like, Mama moves, no joke. They be like, Mama, can we meet him? I be like, I don't know. Cause he kind of iffy. I'm gonna have a talk with him tonight about something I ain't like, and you might not be hearing about him. But seeing him face to face, mm-mm. Like I have to really, really know that you're the person for me before you meet my kids. It's people that I dated for a very long time, and they never met my kids. And my sons be like, whoa, because I'm trying to figure you out.
Yeah,
It's very as a mom, like it's very important your sons don't see you with any old type of man.
yeah. Cause you gotta be careful out here. Cause you got guys who are sex offenders out here, pedophiles out here, and
Yeah,
you even got guys who's bisexual out here as well, also. And you have to be mindful of that because I know a lot of times they grab to women who are vulnerable at that moment.
very
Well,
true.
okay, I'm a single mother, I don't have no help. So it's like these guys, they target them and come on in and then do these things, this home day. And I understand you got to be very, very careful out here, as well. And I know, like I said, I know you do a lot of topics on your show. Where do you think about the guys who always bad mouthing single mothers? I was surprised you brought. Did you ever brought that up on your show yet?
No, actually, I haven't.
But yeah, I know you probably seen where you guys always belittle single mothers.
Always.
Why is that?
You know what? I feel like it's because their daddy wasn't in their life and disrespected their mamas, and I think they seen their mamas being disrespected, and they don't have any respect for single moms. Why else would you have that mentality? You had to have witnessed someone doing something to a single mom. You had to have witnessed single women doing something, struggling somewhere, being mistreated and accepting it. or whatever it is, because it's the weirdest thing, because you would be surprised how lack of being raised by a man, lack of having a man in some of these guys' lives affect the way that they think of women as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a daddy that's like, you treat this woman like a queen. Think about it. Their mom is probably single and they saw their mama struggle. And maybe they, I don't want to say hate, but maybe they despise the fact that their mom was single. Maybe they couldn't get Jordans and maybe they couldn't get name brand stuff because their mom was single. So they despise every single woman. And I'm here to tell you, there are so many single women that are very strong. And sometimes you're not single because you're not attractive or because you don't have something. You're single because you know your worth. You're
Right.
single because you have decided, I'm not accepting anything, and you can't
Right.
talk to me any kind of way. So I'm gonna be single until my Mr. Right come, my person. That's
Right.
why a lot of these women are single, and these guys are just creating these narratives. And I just think that they're sick, and I hope that they all heal truly.
But you know that came from. And I'm just gonna put it out, and I'm not on our tone. Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was putting it out there. A lot of them guys was following it. That's why he telling them stay away from the single mother. And they believe in that. But I heard this too. Why? Just because she's a single mother, what makes her bad? Anything could happen. Let's say the father could have died of natural causes. They don't look at that kind of stuff. But then he was telling these guys, well, you just say why she's not with the baby daddy no more, and these guys was actually listening. That's where all they came from.
And it's childish. Kind of like what you were saying earlier, where people are being influenced by podcasters and reality shows. There are not many people that are thinking for themselves.
Right.
And forbid, I mean, I would never want a man that is telling me something about Kevin Samuels. If that's the advice that you gather, yeah, skip me. Because like you are very childish and I feel like that's just not gonna work. Like you should just think better than what you're thinking. And especially some of these guys, I mean, if it wasn't for the woman always being with the child, because that's like a woman duty is what the world has put on us.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these men are single dads, if that's the case.
You know what? They never get. You notice that they never get talked about. And like I said, you have a lot of great single fathers out there. The
Yes, you do.
mother, if anything could happen to the mother, because we see a lot of the stories where the mother has something happen to the mother. The father takes him on. Great dad, raising his family, but that does not get showcased a lot. But when it comes to y'all women, it gets targeted in a negative way. That's just crazy.
It is.
You hear a guy, he hear the word independent. Independent is responsible to me. And what guy does not want a responsible woman in his life? Just think about it. Before you came into his life, you got your own place, you paying your own bills, you take care of your own children.
Yeah.
What man does not want that? That's a responsible person, but they get offended some type of way. Why is that? That's weird.
I think that a lot of men are insecure and it's not talked about. They throw it on us like we're so insecure with ourselves and women are so this. And no, most women know what we want. Most men don't. That's why we mature faster.
Quicker, you do.
Yeah, and some men don't mature. They're saying until they're like 40 something. And so we have
Hmm.
to take that into consideration. Like, who's really insecure? The person that knows who they are, the person that is very strong, the person who's not going to call you until I weigh out every option. Okay, because I take into consideration that you have bills and problems that you're probably not talking to me about. So if I call you for something, I really am hitting rock bottom because I
Right.
am going to try very hard to get it myself. But if you have a problem with a woman being too independent, you are very insecure because you cannot provide for that woman like you should be able to provide for her. And instead of manning up and looking for a better job and looking for, like a better situation to better yourself, you want to put that on that woman. But that is why a lot of these men don't want an independent woman or have so much trash that they're talking about independent women because they're insecure with themselves.
Yeah, I agree with that. And big shout out to my sister out of Miami, Florida. Nancy said most men are struggling with traumas.
Oh, that's a whole different show. Because let me tell you, the traumas that have been dumped on me by men, and they will say it's just us, is mind boggling. People need to heal immediately.
I agree.
And a lot of men need to heal immediately. And I will say that. That is why it's so hard to date right now. She is absolutely correct.
So in other words, they need to go get some psychological help, some real
Go get help and
psychological.
stop getting on podcasts talking about it. You done seen your mama be beat and dragged by this man and probably had multiple men in and out of her house, and now it's every woman is a HOE and every woman is a
She for
gold
the
digger.
streets.
Baby, go get you some counseling. They got free counseling. The church counseling, I think, is some of the best counseling. Go get your pastor.
You
They
think?
do
You
it
think?
free.
Because they don't make nothing no better either. I'm just
Well, if you got
kidding.
a good, but see, my pastors, I love my pastors because anytime that I've talked to them, they didn't have my back. Like I don't got the little pastors that be doing the little nasty stuff. Like I got really God fearing pastors, so I
give
must
me
say.
give me a hug, girl. You grown up, so
Oh yes, no, my pastors, baby, they gonna give you that or that
I'm just
good
being
church hurt. But I've been with my pastors since my kids were like two and three.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Oh yeah.
they healing. Yeah, that's true. But they're not doing that. They healing by dumping their traumas on that woman, and now we got to deal with what somebody else did in your childhood, and it's tough. It's tough. It is tough. I'm telling you, it's
You
tough.
know what? And I know it's tough for y'all women. I know it's tough for y'all women out here in this world. It is. We see it. You know what I'm saying? That they need. What you said they need healing before they go on dates. That's why you have to work on yourself and get some real psychological help because it's some things that's really broken on the inside. And I say this too on my post, Blue. Men take responsibility for their own action. Males always blame others. It's
Right.
like it's her fault I'm not successful. It's her fault I'm in this situation. No, it's not. It's not her fault. You have to man up and take responsibility for your own actions. And what woman wants to be in a relationship where you have to prove your innocence, like you being accused all the time. Like, why are you looking like that for? Why are you showing that for? You know, social media to me, it's just entertainment. Why are you getting offended? Why do you put a heart by your picture? Don't you realize if you're the man and you're the guy and you doing what you're supposed to do, she's not going nowhere. Cause you're getting the real thing. They just getting social media, but you got the person live and in person by your side every
Right.
single day and night. So why are you getting offended over someone you'll never see, never meet? But they got the real thing. What's up with that? What's wrong with that picture?
Yeah, I just think it's like crazy too because social media is a lot of like the culprit to a lot of relationships just not being anymore. But I do feel that as long as you're being respectful, I do believe in compromise, and I understand that some things could be uncomfortable when you're somebody's wife, and I take that into consideration. But it goes back to them not being secure because they're not either providing or somewhere they're falling short. And
Yeah.
most men are not they're gonna be so macho that they're not gonna tell you, but they know where they fall short. Whether like none what they call it, non emotional, emotionally unavailable men.
Mm.
They don't want to give you no emotion, no love, no affection. But they're the biggest ones. They're the most ones that's insecure because they feel like somebody else is gonna do it. Then why don't you do it?
But they
So
want y'all to,
you're gonna give me hell because you think I'm cheating and messing around because you don't want to hug, you never want to kiss. That's your fault. Again, it's the insecurity that they're dumping on you, and it's hard. Like sometimes people make relationships hard.
or scared to touch you. They scared to take the initiative. Like, that's your girl. I mean, take the
Oh, you would be
initiative.
surprised. I met some the nonchalant brothers that's like, I don't like kissing. I don't like holding hands. I don't like this. And I'm like, oh, like you need to be with a robot or not a girl, because girls like to be hugged and girls
Right.
like to be kissed. I don't
Like
get that.
take the initiative, romance, and take the initiative, and
Mm-mm.
uh, either because they don't know, they never really was taught how to be romantic. They was never taught how to be kinky. They was never taught how to get in touch with their sexuality when it comes to their woman. When it has to keep that just what it is, just the lack of it, of not learning how to be those things when it
Yes,
comes
it
to being with
starts
their
in
woman.
home. It's starting in these homes, and no, people are lying. They need to tell the truth about what they saw growing up. The only way that you can heal is if you talk about what really happened. If I sit and lie to you about what I saw, you're not going to be able to help me because you don't know what I really went through. I'm lying to you. Like that's why I said people need to heal and get like professional help. I had left a bad situation. The dude swore his parents was married for like all these years, but he was the worst. He was the worst human I've ever encountered.
Mm.
Like terrible in every way that you could think of. But you saw your dad treat your mom like a queen. You're lying. Your dad didn't treat your mom like no queen because you wouldn't be treating me that way. And I can't help you. I can't understand where you're coming from because you're lying about it. And I just wish that people told the truth about what they saw growing up because maybe we could both seek help together and maybe you can show me a way to understand you or maybe I can go about it a different way and I can show you a different perspective. But when you lie about what you're going through, nobody can help you.
Right, Blue, because you know you have some guy. I almost say you have individuals who witnessed domestic violence growing up. They had witnessed their father beating their mom bloody, and that's something they thought was normal. You
Yeah,
know, now they're married and they're doing the same thing to their wives, treating them like punching bags because of what they seen growing up. That's the way of handling thing, which is completely wrong. That's domestic. It will take you go to jail behind it. And not
exactly.
only that, you can kill your spouse by domestic violence. It take one wrong hit to the head.
Yeah, very true.
So that's what a lot of them grew up to see. So they think that's normal of beating on women thing. If I do that, that's gonna get my respect. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't condone it
No.
at all.
Mm-mm.
But if you to the point where we had to physically had to harm each other out of hurt, we don't need to be together. They work both ways. You know what
It
I'm saying?
does.
I don't like me. I don't deal with the back and forth. Don't want to deal with all that throwing stuff, hooping and hollering. That's just not normal. That's not living. But some
Exactly.
people that's normal. That's what they always seen. So now you pass it on to the children now. And just
And
might break that
that's
generational
toxic.
curse.
You have to, and it starts with you unlearning the bad way, the improper way of loving, and taking the time to learn how real love should be and how you should interact with your person. And that's a personal journey. You have to first see the error in your ways and your actions to even be able to be strong enough to say, I want to learn to love the proper way.
Right.
In this world and generation, no one wants to hold themselves accountable, and many people can't see the error of their own ways, so they don't care about changing, and so the cycle continues. So you have to be with someone who is on the same journey as you,
I agree.
and that's how I am. That's where I'm at right now. I can't. You're on a different journey. I can't do anything with you. I can't be friends with you. I don't want to do business with you because I know I'm doing this. And once it take off, that's what it is.
So it's like it's not personal, it's just business. So you just take the emotions out of things because if I keep the emotions into it, I'm not going I'm have a cloudy judgment So I have to take the emotions out of it so my judgment could be loud and clear instead of being so cloudy. So I can pick that up. That's where you're at now
Very true.
because of the journey that you're on. Like, I'm not finna be hindered. I'm not finna allow you to hold me back. I'm not allowing you to be a stumbling block because at the end of the day, you know who Miss Blue is. So Miss Blue got to do what she got to do in order to advance
So,
further in life and go deep, deep, deep within to all that life has to offer. And like I said, that's what it's all about. What Nancy said, she said in the comment section, people don't like to be corrected. That's true. We in them times now, Nancy. People don't like to be corrected. They don't.
ooh, you gotta almost get ready to put on boxing gloves to correct someone. And it's sad because it's like I just want the best for you. Like I would hope that you
That's
want the
it.
best for me.
Right.
But it
Well,
doesn't it doesn't work like that all the time.
so we have to humble ourselves, and they take it as a negative way. Like you said, it just help them be successful, but they take it the wrong way. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, do what you want to do. You're a free moral agent. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do. I give you the advice. If you take it, cool. You don't, cool. Because at the end of the day, what you're gonna do what you want to do anyway. But you got some who take heed to it. And that's why I believe that when people go through things in life, they share these experiences with other people so they won't have to go down that road. It's like I'm protecting you because I've been down and I know the outcome. Before you go down there, I'm gonna sit you down. I'm gonna explain the outcome of the decision that I made, so you won't have to go through that. But you got
Right.
some who think, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm still gonna do it anyway." It's like a rattlesnake pit. You know what rattlesnake's gonna do? They're gonna strike you, get close to them. What makes you think tomorrow they're not gonna do it?
Right.
It's fine. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's fine. You bit. What happened? You said, "Oh, it's just fine. It's
That's
fine."
on you. Because
And
I think a lot of people got yes people on their team too.
they do because Eric. I remember years ago. You probably know him. He's a full Antonio Bryant, football player. He played for the Steelers, the NFL. He got mental issues. Anyway, he always go live on social media all the time, especially on IG. And he was throwing his baby mother out the house while their children was there, and his homeboys in the background. He cussing her out, and his homeboys in the background said, "Man, you right, AB. You right, AB. Yeah, you surely is right." Instead of saying, "Bro, man, you wrong for that." But
Bro,
they,
man, you
you,
wrong, and it's gonna look good. And it's gonna look bad for your image, maybe also.
but they say, "You right, you right, you surely is right." That was you hear him in the background say, "You right, you surely is right." He cussing out whatever he was saying, but it was green when he was saying, "So you right, you surely is right." You just when you said a lot of people have a lot of yes men, yes they do.
Friends like that are dangerous because they'll see
Yeah,
you do anything and they'll go along with it. And then when it guess what, when you come up dead or shot or something, it'll be, I didn't tell him to do that. I don't know. I don't know why he listened to me. He grown.
yeah, but like you said, people don't want to be accountable no more. It's like
No,
you wrong, you wrong, you right, you right, you wrong, you wrong. But that's love though, because love gonna tell you the truth, right? It's not gonna lie to you. If
it
you
should.
love someone, you gonna tell the truth. And then you know what? They gonna sit and think about what you say. You say, you know what, Blue? You right what you said, and I appreciate you for correcting me. Once you sit down, like you cool out, you come back and say, you know what, you was right what you said.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't make you less of a person, it make you more of a person. Show the humility side of you.
Right. I mean, we all need that. We all have or should have that one friend that's like, hey, I saw what you did, and that's not gonna work, and that's okay. It's very, like I said, you're really strong when someone can correct you and you fix it and try to figure out what it was that you could do better than other than get mad and upset because they came and told you something that's helpful. So it's just a state of mind, and most people just not in it. Which you got to
Yeah,
stay away from those people. That's all.
you're right, because we at the point now we just want to grow, evolve, great information that we
Absolutely.
can apply to our lives. I love reading books. I love listening to great information because it helps you and also it challenges us to be better beings, to be
Right.
better people, to be better in our community. And we know everything starts with mindset. 'Cause I know the mind will play tricks on you, just like when I worked out this morning and we were doing the strength training this morning.
Uh-huh.
You know, you got to go by that timer. And like I was saying, if you focus on the time, the mind will get you focused on the time. What's gonna happen? The mind gonna say, "Oh man, it's taking a long time. I'm just finna quit." So you have
Very
to
true.
block out the time, because you focus on the time, it's gonna throw you off. The mind gonna start playing tricks on you and tell you, "Oh, it's taking too long. I'm just gonna stop." So you gotta block at that time.
Right. That's true though.
So you gotta block it out. So I know we press for time, and I know you're a very productive woman, of course. So what else you got going on? I know you got the show going on, and so what else you got going on? And also plug in the show so the audience can catch the show when it go live every week.
Yeah, so just check out the Miss Blue Radio Show. Follow me on Instagram, Miss Blue Radio Show _. And right now, like I said, you'll have to go to the page because my main show is on Wednesday nights between 9 and 10 on the Beat Radio. Shout out Fancy the CEO, doing her thing, her station. We're doing great. We be racking in the views, y'all. So tune in. I'm on all through the week and on the weekends. Probably about to get picked up again. I'm writing a book. And so I do got a lot of different things jumping off. I'm getting ready to start a business. Again, we got to talk about that the next time. I'm getting ready
Okay.
to start my own company. So I'm
Congratulations
excited
on
about
that.
that. Thank you. And just like doing, writing my scripts, I write movies, but I would like to actually get one out. Even if I'm not directing it, I want to at least sell the script. So I'm finishing
Gotcha.
one that I had been writing last summer actually.
Okay.
So yeah, though, and like I said, I've been working on an EP, and I do brand ambassadoring. I'm a brand ambassador for different clothing lines. So I should be in Atlanta next month, the first weekend of October.
Man,
Um,
awesome.
yeah, thank you. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Game
Yeah,
changers.
I mean, you know what? You're so productive. Like you don't have no room for dead space. You don't have no room for nothing. It's like you're constantly productive, and also your mother as well. How do you cope on it? Is it a schedule you put in place for the week? How do you do that? You're more structured. I know you're more structured person, so how do you just implement all that? 'Cause I know what they say, what 24 hours within a day.
Yeah. Apparently we got the same hours that Beyonce had, but she's the GOAT. Look, I'm trying. I'm trying to be. Basically, I think I'm just a really big observer.
Gotcha.
I don't go by plan. I kind of just notice like my kids are very vocal.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm doing something too much and I need to watch Power with one son. That's what we do. And then the other son, I'm listening to his music. And my daughter, I'm taking her to the park and doing one-on-one time with her and seeing how school is with her. My kids will always be my first priority anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of make sure that they're good first, and then I start to write, and they're pretty independent. So when they
That's good.
see mom is working, they give me my space, and that's really important, and that's really cool. Because when I get into like writing mode, it's just like I'm a whole different person, and I need to really think, and I need peace and quiet. So and they're good
Mm-hmm.
about that. It's really really good about that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's a balance, and I make time for a relationship because it's like you still have to let somebody know that you love them, and that's still a full-time job too. It's like so but being with someone that again matches what you're doing, your personal journey, they also are mature enough to know that we have to have some QT somewhere. So planning the QT, if anything,
Mm-hmm.
that's what our plan is, QT,
Yeah.
because it's just like we'll look up like we ain't seen each other, like we need to see each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot, but definitely got to make time. I feel like I'm a well-rounded person, like a triathlete almost. So I just born to do all type of different things. It just goes to my personality anyway.
Right. Yeah. It makes sense. 'Cause I know even though you have y'all have goals together, but also you have individual goals as well.
Oh
And
yeah.
like I said, so you have to balance everything out and say, okay,
Mhm.
we're gonna get together on this day, this time we're gonna do this. But like I said, it's a beautiful thing that you're on the same page and on one accord. That is no, well, it's taking too all much. You ain't gotta do all that, but having someone that y'all understand each other and that's
Right.
and effective communicating. That's another thing too. Effective communicating, working together. Man, it's beautiful. Why do we have to make it so complicated when life could be so simple? We
Because
just make it so
we're
complicated.
humans. We're humans and we just do that. We just make stuff hard. Like, the only one that's perfect is God.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of flaws as humans, but understanding love is so important. Like, you're gonna have flaws. Nobody is perfect. As long as these
Right.
flaws don't mess with your mental state of mind and it doesn't drain you. Everyone has flaws. None of us is perfect. Nobody's
Right.
perfect. So you just have to take that into consideration. But we definitely do make stuff hard. Relationships would be fun.
Right. And then it spill over into other people because of the toxicity that you're dealing with personally, and it's gonna spill over on someone, and that's something we don't want. We don't want to spill on innocent people. I think we said in the
No.
comment section, he got healed before you go, like Nancy said. Need healing before they go on dates. Work on yourself
Yes.
first. Don't make dating so top priority. Cause I get that ass all the time. Are you dating? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? I tell anybody, you let nature take its course. If you worry about, okay, I got to get out and start dating, you just put added pressure on yourself. Get out there, enjoy your life. And if you meet someone across that path, cool. If you don't, cool. You still enjoy your life
Yeah.
because eventually you'll come across somebody and you don't have to look for it. I just believe you just walk right into it.
That's very, very true.
But I guess, and that's what it is. So I love to have you back on here. I know with the book and everything else going on as well. So I appreciate you taking time with your Dutch to hang out with me on the show tonight.
Yeah,
And like
thanks
I
for
said,
having
man,
me again.
oh yeah, I appreciate you because I know, like I said, anytime you are available and I reach out to you ahead of the time, you always put it in your schedule. So I appreciate you for doing that. So man, y'all make sure y'all follow Miss Blue on all social media platforms because I've been tagging on the promotion. So y'all go ahead and start following her tonight. Get all updates that's going on within her show, within her brand, within her business, and you will truly, truly be impressed on what she is doing and all the other stuff. So before I let you go, Blue, do you have any words of advice, any signs of wisdom that you want to leave here with the audience that's watching this real live stream?
Yeah, y'all just keep God first. You don't need nobody else but in this life but God. Like, seriously, listen to God. Let him order your footsteps. Stop getting in your own way and just do it. Just do it. And when you do it right, do it with grace, and do it with love.
Hey, that's how you do it. So we'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, 7 p.m. I will have a mother and daughter on here tomorrow. Hopefully they be on here tomorrow. I know they're out in Louisiana. I think it's a storm out there somewhere. But they
Yes.
told me about it. They're gonna keep me posted. So I just keep me posted. So if it happens tomorrow, cool. If it don't, cool. But most important, that they be safe. So I'm looking forward to that. If they do come on tomorrow, so I have to find out. They're gonna be here tomorrow. Like I said, Blue, I know you got a lot of great things going on. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
And we about to get lead this thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, man, y'all have a great night. Live life, learn, grow, evolve, and pretty much just have fun and
Okay.
grow. But we out this thing. Peace, everybody.
Peace.